Howdy. What's up?
Howdy.
How you guys doing?
I'm swell.
Still doing quite all right.
All right. It's been a couple minutes since I saw you. So we're going to start this new project, Composing Biblical Hebrew. All right.
Yay.
Of course, in intermediate Biblical Hebrew. So we're leaving the basic grammars behind for now, going into something new. We're going to be using Weingreen's Classical Hebrew Composition, and we're looking at text number 1 today, which is September 8th. All right. So this is our text. You guys both are logged on, I assume?
Yep,
You're able to write something?
I am. Mm-hmm.
I can't get mine in Hebrew. There it is, Hebrew. All right, great. Okay, so I've already done the first one because I wanted to just give an example of what it's going to look like. Kind of hard to zoom in on this. Can't go further than 200 on the custom zoom on documents. Can you see the text on the screen?
Yeah, I can.
I hope
I can
everybody
read
can
the
see it.
text just fine.
All right. And I want to pull up the PDF for this as well, wherever I might have that. Let's see, Weingreen composition right there. I'm going to pull up a PDF so that we can also take a look at the notes. I have my print copy, but let's have it available so we can show the notes. This is what the PDF looks like that I've got. And we are looking at text number 1, which is right here. And the notes begin right there. That's messy. My print copy is so much nicer. Indeed. So I will call up the notes as we get to them. So number 1 says, there was a famine in the land of Canaan. By the way, I've changed all of the these and thous to you. So there was a famine in the land of Canaan, for the people were sinful unto the Lord. All right. We can see in the notes that there are 2 notes. Number 1 is there's a number 1 here. And after the word unto, the people were sinful unto the Lord. You guys want to know what the notes say, or you've seen it?
I have
All right.
read
The
them
notes say begin
2 weeks
with
ago.
verb consecutive. All right, cool. Begin with verb consecutive and shortened imperfect. So and there was, or now there was. Okay, so we're going to begin with verb consecutive, which is it was vayehi. Vayehi ra'av. Okay, so famine is ra'av. In the land of Canaan, Canaan itself is definite. So the land of Canaan is just Eretz Canaan. And in the land of Canaan, Be'eretz Canaan. For, this is like because, for the people were sinful unto the Lord. Okay. I rendered this as chata. Chata is a verb. They sinned. And then the people is the subject. Chata ha'am Ladonai. The number 2 says, when the preposition to or unto occurs in the English, if it denotes a dative or indirect object, as he gave unto him, he told to me, he was sinful unto the Lord, the inseparable preposition lamed is used. When, however, it follows a verb of motion or speech, he came unto me, he spoke or said unto me, el is used. I don't know if that's always true, but it's a good rule of thumb. Okay, so Vayhi ra'av be'eretz Canaan ki chata ha'am la'Adonai. La'Adonai, it doesn't look good on the screen. La'Adonai, or this is with the pointing of Yahweh, if you're interested. La'Adonai or Le Yahweh. All right, who wants to take number 2? And from now on, I won't have it prepped. I'll just talk and type at the same time.
Me, I want to do 2.
Yallah.
Hineni.
So read the English first.
Oh, yeah. And the Lord spoke unto Abraham, and he said unto him, behold, there is a famine in the land. So, by the
let's look real quick and see if there are any notes. Sorry.
Okay.
So note 3. Nope, that's from the next one. Okay. I should keep my book open so I don't have to go down this thing.
Sorry, I actually Okay.
And the Lord spoke. What verb is spoke?
Vaidaber
Vayedaber.
Adonai. It's a verb of speaking. Of Vayomer. Vayomer. Oh, well, shucks.
Vayoer.
New
Vayomer.
textual variant introduced.
Yeah, right. Vayomer Elav.
Mhm.
Hine. Yeah. I want I feel like for Av Ba'aretz is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
Yeah, but I
Ra'av
feel like
ba'aretz.
you. Yeah, but I feel like you can do yesh, but as well.
He actually brings it up in the next one where it says that bread is in Egypt in number 3.
Okay, but yeah.
Yeah, one thing I was like, if I had been the one to do this, I would have done lemor instead of vayomer elav.
Yeah, but limor is, it wouldn't say to him.
That is true. You are correct.
Yeah. Cool. וידבר אדוני אל אברהם, ויאמר אליו, הנה רעב בארץ. And if we put in the stress marks, ויאמר and בארץ. Great. Number 3. First, let's tackle therefore.
Yeah, because when I'm thinking in my head, when I'm thinking the therefore being like alken is the first one that comes to mind.
And
But
it's
I would
funny to
imagine
be
that
here.
one. Sorry.
And it's funny to be here. It doesn't seem like there's a connection between the sentences.
Yeah, like. But
הנה
when I imagine
רעב בארץ, על כן קח את אשתך. Kind of strange. But, I mean, you can. על כן או לכן.
Yeah, so let's stumble through.
That's a puzzle form. I don't know that there would be pausing here because it's your wife and your son, your brother's son. קח את לא אשתך, אלא אשתך.
Oh, now my cursor is getting confused about the right to left. And your brother.
That's when the end button is your friend, the end key.
Yeah. This one here, and your brother's son. Well,
your brother's son would be the son of your brother.
Yeah.
Reverse those vowels. That the aleph has it's a closed syllable, so it needs to have a short vowel. And ben right there is an open syllable, like it's a.
I shortened it because
I would shorten it to segol if it's connected with makaf to the next word.
Okay, I was shortening it because I was imagining it as a construct.
It is construct, yeah.
So
but in this situation, it would still have it would still have an accent of its own, like a tone accent.
Okay, interesting. No, wait. Oh, because my finger is one step off.
על כן,
That's
קח
like-
את אשתך.
If ben see ach
Your
Like,
brother has a
there
special
is-
construct form. It's like father. So the construct form is achi.
yeah, right, that old. Again, one step off.
בן אחיך. על כן, קח את אשתך ואת בן אחיך. All which you
I'm out.
possess. It means everything that you have, everything that is yours.
Yeah. Anyways, let's stumble and let's be wrong so that we can learn.
That looks right to me. That's correct. You put the shva underneath the kamat. Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, it's a double. Oops! Now I'm over deleting because I'm looking at the stream, so I'm over pressing.
ואת כל אשר לך. This would probably be in pause in the Bible, so it would probably be lach with it nachta, but that's okay.
Yeah, if it's in pause, yeah, then it will be lach.
And go down to the land of Egypt. Go down is its own verb.
Yeah, exactly. Like siarad in like the normal kal.
Would you render this as an imperative, go down, or would you render it like as perfect irreal, like and you shall go down?
That is like my first instinct would be like as an imperative, but I know that it's not uncommon for these constructions to just use the irreal.
Vikatal.
Yeah, the vakatal.
You can really do either one, whichever you
Yeah.
like. As long as it starts with an imperative. קח את אשתך ואת בן אחיך ואת כל אשר לך. וירדת או ורד. Or you could say vered as an imperative. Red.
Yeah, but honestly, the reason I went with the vakatal is because I could probably read the imperative here, but I couldn't remember how to do it properly in my head. So I was like, let's go with the vakatal. That's easier to write.
To the land of Egypt.
This is John's toilet calling it live. I just wanted to.
What is that? That's cool.
Sorry, that was my
ringtone.
phone. I did not realize that I had closed it on the video, so it just blasted it into my microphone.
It sounded like a ringtone. This is John. Someone calling. And I was like,
Oh,
that's
it was
very
definitely
cool.
John's toilet. It was definitely it's what it said.
El Eretz. How do you say Egypt in Israel or Egypt in Hebrew?
That's the thing. My brain is dropping that word. The word is not really in my head right now. I feel like I knew it very recently. And God, I can't even type it.
Yeah, in
sorry,
Arabic it's Misr. Misr.
Mitzrayim.
Misr.
And I know Jacob knows that because it's in the Blingo enough.
Oh, but you've typed on my verse or Colton's verse.
See, No, Colton didn't do nothing. But this is like we're seeing textual criticism creep back in because I hooked on to the edits,
Yeah.
which was the last thing I wrote. We're seeing the principles of textual criticism in action.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And you just have to say bread in Egypt. This one he actually does point out in the text. He says preferable not to use the word dish. Al ken kach et ishecha v'et ben achicha. That one is stressed. ואת כל אשר לך וירדת אל ארץ מצרים כי יש לחם במצרים. In the Bible, this also would be considered pause, and it would have kamatz instead of patach, because it's at the end of the verse. And in the verse is marked with sof pasuk. Okay, אל ארץ מצרים, כי יש לחם במצרים. I would really put that word in parentheses. כי לחם במצרים, generally. All right. And Abram did as the Lord commanded him. Okay, normally when you do as, you do according to. So he did, the verb is asa. We want to talk a little bit about it so that whoever's in the audience might get something benefit from our words. The word did is asa, so we're going to use the vav consecutive, which is vayas. It's a shortened form from vayase. Vayas, we call that again apocope, where the word is shortened, the hay is dropped off. Vayas Abraham. Okay, so Abraham did.
Those hays don't like to stick around.
Yeah, they say hey and they drop out, they leave. Here we're going to say ka'asher because we've got ka, like kedivrei Adonai, but in this case it's a verb. So the asher is going to allow us to use a verb after the kaf. So ka'asher. And then after asher, normally we drop the verb into the second position. Asher takes the first position. The second position is occupied normally by the verb. So the verb here is commanded, which is tziva in the PL. But we're going to add him onto it. So it's tzivahu. If you have the hey,
not tzivato or tzivat.
Tzivahu. If it's us, if he commanded us, it's tzivanu. But tzivahu, him. And then we're going to say God. Okay, so Abram did according as tzivahu Adonai, God commanded him. And what did he do? He took vaikach. Vaikach. This is the same verb up here, kach. Okay, lakachat. Vaikach et ishto. Okay, he took his wife. Vayi. Okay, the kach here is a dagesh because the lamed has been assimilated. Yilkach. Yilkach. Okay, et ishto. Oh, my cursor's disappearing on me too. Ishto. And his brother's son, his nephew. If we were doing modern Hebrew, we have a word for that. Achyan. Achyan. Achyan is his nephew.
That's
but
cheating.
In the Bible, there's no word for it, so we say ben achiv. Okay, achiv is his brother. Et ben achiv. And his flocks. Ve'et sono is this son is a collective word. So it's his flock, his flocks. If we're going to use a collective for that one, we might also use a collective for the next one, which is herd. Herd. What is herd made up of? Herd is cattle. Cows. Karo. If we're going to use like his cattle. Is that right? Shepherd, herd is cattle. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
bakar is, I believe, often used as like a herd of cattle, like a herd of cows. And then you have, what is it? Is it son for if you have like
Flocks of
goats and sheep?
and herds of cattle. Yeah.
All right. So
Oh, we're doing English.
Yeah, my problem was with English.
I see.
And he
I
went
was
down.
slightly distracted for a moment. But yes, English has many fun words for this.
Yeah.
A business of ferrets.
His cows. Ew, business of ferrets. How nasty.
I think that's correct. I need to
Biradata-
double check that, to be honest.
So here we have Viyaradata. This is for the future. You shall go down. Here he went down using the same verb, yarad. Yarad, the imperfect, the future is yered. Yered, he will go down. So we're going to use that same form, yered, but we're going to make it verb consecutive by saying instead of yered, we're going to say vayered. Vayered. He went down. The directions included in the verb. Vayered, okay, with him to Egypt. Vayered imo. Imo.
With them.
Him. With them. So imahem. Sorry, I was wondering who the he was in my brain. Vayered imahem to Egypt. You can say El Mitzrayim, like we had El Eretz Mitzrayim. You can also say instead El. You could say Mitzrayim with a directional. Mitzray. Okay, ma. Mitzrayim. And he dwelt there. Okay, so the word for dwell is yashav, means he lived. Yashav, he sat. The future yeshev becomes in the jussive or in the consecutive vayeshev. Va ye shev. Okay, yeshev sham. Okay, vayeshev sham. ויעש אברהם כאשר ציווהו אדוני, ויקח את אשתו ואת בן אחיו, ואת צאנו ואת בקרו, וירד עמהם מצרימה, וישב שם. Okay, that's what's going on. I've never heard of this business of ferrets thing, but it's not a fun one.
I did try
Somebody
to
tell me
fact
what-
check myself.
What does HFTF mean? Because that's really hard to say. But maybe it's now the cantillations. Yes. I thought about doing that one time.
Are dark, mysterious arts, esoteric.
All right. And the Lord
All right,
spoke
couple
unto
more.
Abraham in the land of Egypt, saying, Behold, your children shall be slaves in this land, and they will serve the Egyptians, and they will build great cities for them. So, again, Vaidaber. No.
What happened to the text?
Wow.
Did it switch fonts? Oh yeah, it's a different font there. It's you've been using
Turn it
Notus
back.
Sans, I believe. Notus
Yeah.
Serif Hebrew. Sorry, Notus
Yeah.
Serif.
I put it
I
back.
recently downloaded the SPL Hebrew font. It's neat.
If we're talking about fonts, the ones that I prefer generally are. I don't like SPL Hebrew or SPL Biblic because I think it's overused, but I use one called Ta'ameh Frank CLM and another called Shofar. They're really nice.
Yeah.
If you want to look at that.
Yeah, I'm not experienced enough in this field to be tired of fonts yet.
Mitzrayim is normally with the Patach. Yeah.
The little dual vowel sequence.
Exactly, like Yerushalayim. So Vaidaber is from Davar, right? The root Davar. It's the PL, Diber. And the future Yedaber becomes in the verb consecutive, or the Vaitol, Vaidaber. Why do we not put a dagesh in the yod at the beginning of that word, Vaidaber?
because the vocal schwa just makes the ground under that dagesh real shaky, and the dagesh slips right on through.
Yeah, we call it skin and lippy.
No. I mentioned that today in our grammar, in my grammar review for Biblingo, and they looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, y'all ain't never heard this? It was after you left, Jacob, but I was just like, what?
Yeah. Obviously, they haven't heard the great Hebrew explanations of Josh.
Of who? Oh,
Dr. Josh
got it.
Bowen.
Bowen. I knew it started with the B.
Josh Bowen's got some crazy stuff he says. He's funny.
Yeah,
Is he the one who told you that shaky ground under the Shiva?
Yeah, like I'm paraphrasing. It's a long time. He did that in one of their very first Kiryat Hivrit.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time. So I'm like half quoting from memory. So But it was
fun.
along those lines.
I'm going to be able to listen along now because I don't have a late class on Thursdays.
I am not, because the bow tie compels wicked hours.
I think it starts at 3:00 in the morning over here.
Yeah, no, like I am. This second hour here is like the limit of how much I can mess with my sleeping schedule.
Mm.
Anything
What time is
more
it
and I'm
there?
like,
It's 12:30.
yeah, 12:30 now.
וידבר אדוני אל אברהם בארץ מצרים לאמור. הנה בניך יהיו עבדים בארץ הזאת. בארץ הזאת. Your children will behold, your children will be slaves. Okay, and then the katal, and they will serve. From Eved, Avad, served. The Abduat Mitzrayim. Oh, I know it says the Egyptians, but normally the Egyptians is from Mitzrayim instead of HaMitzrayim.
Oh, okay.
Like in the biblical text, it says they will serve Egypt, and they translate it as they will serve the Egyptians.
I can do that.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, probably they didn't like mostly serving the kings and rulers of Egypt rather than like Egyptians in general.
Yeah.
Like Steve, the local Egyptian farmer, is getting a lot of help from the Hebrew slaves doing the Pharaoh's building projects.
Yeah.
בארץ. בניך יהיו עבדים בארץ הזאת ועבדו את מצרים, and they will build, okay, so לבנות בנו ובנו ערים גדולות להם. Maybe I would put the lahem after the verb just because it's kind of enclitic, you know.
Yeah.
ובנו להם ערים גדולות. That's just my taste. My taste is the lahem and lo kind of drops in after the verb most of the time. Cool. Ba'aretz, yeah, I changed the vowel from be'eretz to ba'aretz.
Okay, sure.
Let me say, uvanu lahem arim gdolot. In the Dead Sea Scrolls, there is an instance where, okay, so we know the word kam. Who kam alav, he rose up against him, kam. Hem kamu. Kamu. In the Dead Sea Scrolls, we do find an aleph inserted in this word, kamu. Kamu.
That's considered somewhat of an Aramaism, isn't it?
I think it's just that words that are middle weak, roots that are middle weak, don't disallow a long aleph. Like the aleph, it's like in the word kan. Kan, it's just a long vowel. It's it represents a long vowel.
Aramaic hollow verbs do this though. They do add the. It is a thing in Aramaic where the hollow verbs do add the.
My knowledge of Aramaic is too limited.
They had
Yeah,
the
like I
aleph
have
in
no
the
Aramaic knowledge.
participle.
I half remember reading something like that at some point.
Yeah,
I'm kind
they
of throwing it
yeah.
out there to hopefully get corrected or corroborated.
Yeah, they get in the participle. They'll take an aleph in the middle of the verb.
So my question is, with this verb banu, could we expect in the Dead Sea Scrolls to find with aleph?
Ask that
If
question again.
kamu can be written with a vav, with an aleph, excuse me, kamu, can banu, they built, be written with an aleph? Banu.
Well, it wouldn't be the same
Oh.
logic since bana is not hollow. But then again, they're phonetically doing the same thing. So when, if someone is writing phonetically and they do it for one thing,
I would argue no. I would say that the hollow roots are the only ones that exhibit this in the Dead Sea Scrolls. And that cat, I'm in the middle of something. Stop. That comes into play with the word karu in Psalm 22 that Kip talked about.
yeah.
Karu, the argument among certain people is that karu should be read instead of kari. And the argument would be that aleph just kind of functions like a vowel letter and whatever. But this is not a hollow root. This is a third hay root, like banu. So we would not expect that in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Like even though
Yeah,
aleph
actually,
do seem to be erratic, it wouldn't appear in that root normally.
yeah, and Akib actually said that looking at the manuscript, he's actually become more and more convinced that the vav there might actually just be a yod that's looking like a vav.
And that they were trying to make sense of it because the sense kari raglai v'raglai kind of doesn't make sense. And so they were trying to make sense of it. So they were looking for a way to interpret it, and they came out with Oruksan.
I need to find a message I sent to my brother one time. I'll do that in a bit.
We have a kind of off-topic question, I guess. He says he was wondering, is the source of the taf in some third yod or hay forms? I'm sorry that it's not formulated well. I don't understand. What is the source of taf in some third hay forms? Was the hay or yod originally just taf? I'd like an example because I don't know what.
I think like banata instead of that might be an example of what he's talking about.
The third
Or they are
feminine?
talking about.
Yeah, exactly,
the-
like the
yeah.
Banath.
Where does the taf come from? I guess is the question.
I think it comes from secondary endings. It's kind of like, I think, my opinion, we know the word echel, he began, and that's from the root chet lamed lamed. Okay, echel, he started, he began, is from chet lamed lamed. From chet lamed lamed, we derive a noun, chila, which is the normal pattern with taf suffix or prefix, and then the chet and the lamed is doubled, so the root is intact. Chet lamed lamed, chila means beginning or starting. But in the Mishnaic period, instead of taking Hechel from Chet Lamed Lamed, they took this root. They took this as a root. And so they turned that into a Hifil, and from Tchila, which is a derived root at this point, they developed the word Itchil, he began, instead of Hechel. So we use today a Hifil from a derived root, Taf Chet Lamed, that never existed. It's derived, and from that we get our word in modern Hebrew for began. And I think that's kind of what it went through. That originally, for example, bana was banai, like he built, and then that yod stopped being pronounced, and they said instead of banai, they said bana. Okay, so the feminine form kind of just propped off of that, where it would be bana, and that hey, just like the tough in nouns, banata, and then this became de-emphasized and it became banata. She built, like it's all steps upon steps upon steps from the original, unfortunately. and all done by analogy to other things. And yeah, I don't know what the original form would have been for the feminine in older Hebrew. Leave note. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Leave note.
Oops.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have enough experience in the old theoretical forms to know all of the answers, but this is how I would approach it.
No, it would be fun to see if there's any kind of credible hypotheses for that one. Probably are. I don't know.
Jonathan gave me like a PDF of a pre-published book on morphology based on the theory of Proto-Hebrew, and it's just so thick that it's too much to get into all of it. But I mean, it's so hard on my computer that it doesn't even want to open it, but I can try. The last few times I've tried to open it, it crashed my computer. And it came to pass when they cry unto me by reason of their service, so it's talking about the future, that I shall hear their cry, and I shall send my plagues upon the Egyptians, which means upon Egypt. Okay, v'haya, so this is, and it shall come to pass, when they cry unto me, according to their crying out unto me. So why don't we add the, instead of ze'ak as an infinitive construct, make it into the noun za'aka. Za'aka, and then put the ending on it for them. Za'akatam. You know what I mean?
I
I want to throw the automatic pointer up on the screen real quick.
sure.
Okay, this is
Little knocked on.
Knocked on live. And my favorite thing in the world. Keza'akatam. Okay, this is the pointing.
Oh. Me. Meh.
By reason of is often just the preposition min. From. Let's see if they have points or notes on this one. It shall come to pass when they cry unto me, 21 and 22. 21 says this must be rephrased in terms of Hebrew thinking to in their crying.
Oh, wait.
And so he says,
Sorry, no, continue.
He says that is infinitive construct with the suffix. I'd like to look that up in the text of the Bible, but zakatam does feel right to me. Zakatam elai. The difference between the verbal noun that is the infinitive construct and the verbal adjective or participle may be seen in the phrases seeing is believing and I am seeing. Who cares about that? Anyway, number 22. Since the idea of crying implies speech, then the preposition which follows is el. Okay. Care about his notes right there. I want to look up real quick in Logos.
Yeah, go for it. I'll be here plodding my slightly wrong or slightly to very wrong things, and we'll come back to it.
Somewhat. Okay. Yeah, so Za'ak is not used as an infinitive construct with theirs in after kaf. When they cry unto me.
My plagues. I actually don't know what's the. I have not. I've never actually read the plague narrative in Genesis. I don't actually
Oh.
know what the plagues are.
Let's see. V'hayat kezakatam. We could say here maybe bekoram. Be. I don't know how to do the infinitive construct of zak. Koram zokam. I don't know. Me'avodatam. Okay. When it says vayihi here, this also needs to be v'katal.
Okay.
V'haya v'katal v'shamati.
Yeah.
And this is stressed there. Vishamati et
Right, because it's definite.
zakata.
Yeah. I'm interested to see, should this be Lishloach or Leshaleach?
Probably lishloach in the call shalachti, because lishalech is to send away or to send out. V'haya.
So
I'll just look up
just like
in logos the infinitive construct of this zak and see how it's used.
yeah, or just maybe like just washalachti.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just, I'm getting surprised by the shifting. I can think. Okay, I'm gonna put in wrong words because it's the only one I know.
Plagues can
Yeah.
be
Gafot.
nega.
Magefot.
It can be makot. Makotai. Magefotai. There are several words it could be. We want verb, kal, infinitive construct.
Za'akecha.
Zakecha, zakech. Okay, so it's never used with bet or kaf. Cry unto me.
And this would probably be Pa, so let's do Mitzrayim. Oh, it might not be, but anyways.
I'm gonna search now in the King James and find "cry unto me" and see what verses that appears in, because he formulates his English based on the King James. Cry unto me.
As every person since the time of King James has done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting listening a bit to Barden's book on the history of the Bible, how some languages like English have had these like kind of defining translations that people can't really break away from anymore, or like struggle at least. Like German has Luther's translation.
Luther Bible, yeah, the Luther Bible.
Yeah, I think the closest in Swedish would be Gustav Adolf's Bible.
Israel shall cry unto me. Li yizaku. I'm not. I didn't come up with anything similar for when they cry unto me. That's all right. That's troublesome. When they cry unto me.
Oh yeah, that's one.
Baka. It's more weeping, isn't it?
When they cry unto me by reason of this service, me'avodatam.
What verb is used in the actual verse?
Let's look up me'avodatam and see where that's at. Me'avodatam. והצלתי אתכם מעבודתם, and I will save you from their service. מעבודתם. Well,
Oh wait, nice. All right, this is in the Abraham cycle.
even that, מעבודתם doesn't appear with this either. This is a pain.
I'm literally just
Yeah.
scrolling through the Abraham cycle right now.
Yeah. Let's change the ke with the infinitive construct. Let's just change it because let's just change it to a verb. והיה כאשר יזעקו אליי. והיה כאשר יזעקו אליי מעבודתם ושמעתי את זעקתם. That sounds okay. ושלחתי מכותיי על מצרים. Okay. All right, what do you think? Colton, any changes you can make?
No. I just prefer Magefot for whatever reason, but I mean, nothing that's actually worthwhile changing.
Let's
I'm just
look at the
being-
pointing for Magefot. Magefotai. Okay, if you want, you can use that one. Magefotai. Okay, wonderful. Magefot, the magefa is the word that we were using in modern Hebrew for the corona pandemic. Magefa.
Indeed, it is a plague.
Indeed. All right, verse 7. Let's move this out of the way. Verse 7 says, and I shall bring your children forth. Okay, so this is and with the future. It's probably vekatal. And bring them forth means like to make them come out. I shall bring your children forth from this land. I'll bring your children out of this land, and I will bring them into the land of Canaan, Canaan, which I've sworn unto you to give to them. I've sworn to you to give to them. Sworn to you to give to them. It's very Deuteronomic. I shall bring forth. I will bring out. So the root for going out is yatsa. The bringing out is hifil. So it's hotzi. Hotzi, he brought out. I will bring out otzi. Okay, that would be the normal form. Otzi et banecha. I will bring your sons out. But we want the past, hotseti, with the vav. Come back. Hotseti. והוצאתי את בניך מהארץ הזאת. Okay, I will bring out your sons from this land. הוציא את בניך מהארץ הזאת. מהארץ. It's also hard to type when I have a numb finger, you know. Azot. Okay, and I will bring them unto the land. Okay, so this is bringing with causing them to enter. I will bring them into the land. So the root is bo. Okay, the root is bo. And the hifil is hevi. And so we're going to do ha-vi-o-ti. Now, vioti I brought out, or I brought in, so we're going to say va. Vahavioti, vahavioti, I will bring them in, like vahakimoti, and I will establish in the story of Noah. Vahakimoti et briti imachem, I will establish my covenant with you. Vahavioti otam, them, I will bring them into, it's unto, El Eretz Canaan. So he went from Egypt into Canaan. Eretz Kna'an. Kna'an. Okay? Which I have sworn, asher, okay, which. I would prefer as I have sworn, right? Okay. Asher nishbati. Nishbati shava from shavua, an oath. Sheva, right? Nishbati. Nishbati. That's a silent shva on an iron. Nishbati. I've sworn to you, or lecha, I was talking to Abraham. I've sworn to you, talking to Abraham, singular. Latet lahim. I've sworn to you to give to them. I've sworn that I would give to them. Who did I swear to? I swore to you. Asher nishbati lecha latet lahem. Sounds like the book of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy talks a lot about entering the land and all of that. והוצאתי את בניך מהארץ הזאת, והביאותי אותם אל ארץ כנען, אשר נשבעתי לך לתת להם. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. Anybody in the audience have questions? Sorry, kind of not paying attention. We've got 5 viewers, so if anybody has questions about what's going on here. Looks like not. All right. Probably why would you say Havioti instead of Heveti? Heveti is the way that we say it in modern Hebrew. Heveti. But in the Bible, there's an O infix. Havioti. It happens a lot. Okay.
And they will fight the inhabitants of Canaan, and I shall give them victory over them, and I shall deliver their cities into their hands, and they shall dwell in them. All right. So we're still in Veketal, right?
Yep. They will fight.
Gosh,
Vegetal mode.
Venilchamu. Et Hayoshvim.
So Hayoshvim is by itself, but this is construct of Canaan.
Thank you. I would have fixed it when I got there. Yoshve Canaan. Yoshve Canaan.
And because it's construct, they probably in the Ta'amim, in the cantillation, the Yoshve and Canaan would be joined together as far as pronunciation. And so the kaf would be soft.
I see what
Instead
you're
of
saying.
Yoshve Canaan, Yoshve Canaan.
Are they both potducks here?
Yep.
Okay. Yoshve Canaan. And I shall give them victory over them. I shall cause them. I don't know what I'm supposed to use here. I want to do like Hitzliach or something like that.
I will cause them to
succeed.
win. Okay. And I shall give them victory over them. I shall deliver their cities into their hands, and they shall dwell in them. I shall give them victory.
I don't know what that is supposed to be other than Hitzliach.
So let's look for victory in the King James. I hate trying to find the King James on logos. It's difficult to find. Okay, so victory. There are a lot of words for victory. The problem is normally it's like netzach, nitzachon, but many times instead of victory, it means delivery. Like a lot of times, instead of what we would think victory would be like beating your enemies, but in the Bible, it means I will deliver them.
Okay.
So like this, I just pulled up 2 Samuel 19. ותהיה התשועה ביום ההוא לאבל לכל העם. And the victory that day was turned into mourning for all the people. Tshua. Let's see another. Verse 10. Vayas Adonai tshua gdola bayom hahu. The Lord wrought a great victory that day. Tshua from Yeshua. Also in 2 Samuel 23:12, Tshua gdola is rendered in the King James a great victory. And then in 1 Chronicles 29:11, it uses Netzach, one that I mentioned. Hath gotten him the victory. Hoshialo. Okay, this is Hoshialo, as he got him a great victory. I don't know. Let's see. V'nilchamu et yoshvei Kna'an or Kna'an, and I shall give them victory over them. Shall give them victory over them. It's a weird expression. Let's see if there's any notes. It is a weird expression when you think about it. How do you give victory to someone over another person?
Yeah, like I saw one in Psalms that was translated like a victory in NRSV, but there was like a Hoshea.
Yeah, but how do you deliver someone over someone else? You would deliver them from them.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So it's so it's different. Like when I deliver their cities, like my first thought would be Nathan.
Yep. They have a note. They give no help at all. Verse, so note 29 is for the word nilcham. Nifal of lacham, that is nilcham, fought, usually followed by this inseparable preposition bet. V'nilchamu beyoshvei Chanaan is also possible, but et is also fine. And then the next thing that they mention, okay, indirect object has the inseparable preposition lamed, note number 2 above. It obviously means to them. Number 31, the noun is Yeshua, usually rendered deliverance or salvation, but means victory when referring to a battle. And then it says to use al. V'natati lahem Yeshua alehem.
Okay.
He doesn't have the note. He doesn't have the translation, but I think that's what he's intending logically. Sometimes you have to be a mind reader for these things.
Language is squishy. There's many paths to your intended communication.
So this one, I understand the logic of the taf having doubled because it's the noon against the taf, but this one is not doubled.
Yeah, I just got happy.
Like
You just want to give
Dagesh happy.
dageshes out like candy. Just like you get a dagesh and you get a dagesh.
V'nilchamu et yoshvei
So should I
Chanaan,
use
or-
hit seal? And so I shall deliver them. Should I use hit seal instead of Hoshati here?
I shall deliver their cities, Vatsil, V'hitzalti et arehem. Deliver here is to give. This means I will give their cities. It can be either either lasim or latet.
Oh, okay. So it's Nathan for both. Okay. Or, I mean, could be. For the sake of variety, I'll use some.
Also, if you want just because we mentioned the famous "Like a lion, my hands, my feet" psalm, if you want another verse that gets funky you have Proverbs 19:7.
Proverbs 19:7.
Yep,
Where did this come from in your brain?
because it's another verse that's just like you stumble upon it and like, what just happened? What did I just read?
כל החירש, שנאוהו, אף כמרעהו רחקו ממנו. ירדף אמרים לו המה.
The third line there. Meradef.
מרדף אמרים לו המה. That is strange. What does that mean?
I read the Anchor Bible, and the Anchor Bible commentator is just like, I don't know. It's weird.
Don't you love when commentators do that? It's like, you're supposed to help me. I'm supposed to be the one that says it's weird.
Yeah, so no, it's like I think he actually in his translation, I think he just does a line. He's just like, I don't know what to do with this.
I can't believe what you were saying before. They'll just leave stuff out in some of the translations too. You're talking about that. I was just like, what? Just leave it out like it isn't there.
Yeah, although especially in this case, in like the third line for this verse, I'm a little bit like, on some level, I feel like it's a bit honest. When everyone is that confused, it's also a bit strange to force meaning out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, they're doing the right thing. It's just annoying because you go there looking for answers and nobody has them.
Yeah, like me when I read this, like I wished kind of like that a translation would just leave it as weird, like translate it almost literally, and just be like, yes, it is this confusing.
To him are they. They belong to him. Meradef
Yeah.
amarim lo hema. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, like, it's like
ונלחמו
both the
ביושבי
kere
כנען
and the
ונתתי ישועה
kativ are weird.
עליהם ושמתי את עריהם בידיהם. Most of the time, this is correct. Bidehem is correct, but most of the time, yad stays singular.
Okay.
Biyadam instead of bidehem, biyadam, and they shall dwell. They shall dwell there. Vishavu means they will return. So instead of shavu, veyashavu.
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
Yep. Veyashavu in them. Ban.
I think I had it and I erased it.
Ban or bahen. Bahen.
Bahin?
Mm-hmm.
Bartabam Bahin.
Bahen. Veyashavu bahen. That probably also would have a soft bet, but okay.
Oh, I just assumed it was the same as like bomb.
Bam is also bahem. Bam is used. Wow, I feel like those are used the same. Bam and bahem.
Yeah, because
But
I'm thinking
bahen
of
is for sure.
But the Bartabam. Yeah. Like
Mhm.
that's what's in my brain.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. But it is Lehem
and it
and
should come to
Lehem.
place.
So
Lehem. And not lam. But you do
It is
have instead of
703.
instead of lahem, you have lamo.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have an alternative form. Yeah, we should stop because we
Okay.
are past the time. This is something we could just keep going and going and going. It's fun.
yeah.
I
It is
honestly
good.
lost track of time. I was like, oh, well, who knows what time it is? It's probably like 12:45.
I think the audience probably doesn't have as much fun as we do. But
I'm having a
this
great
is
time
fun.
though.
Yeah, no, this is definitely one of those like better experience participating than being just an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
Well,
having a great
that's
time.
it for today. This is a new course. I think it's gonna be fun. We'll always just get to where we get, and then we'll stop.
Yeah. It's exactly halfway through to this first one.
Yeah.
What's
In
that?
the way that Jason's broken them up, we've done 8 of the 16.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted that one.
Well, so we'll go and do modern Hebrew on Zoom for those who are engaged, and we'll see you there. All right. Thank you guys so much for beginning this new project with me. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah, take care and bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you next week.